pick us. Yep. Yep. I don't know. Just messing around right now. Oh well. Probably soon. I have no idea what I'm doing. No idea. Guess it was supposed to be an electric eel at first. Doesn't look like an electric eel now. Just a fish. That's like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just messing around right now. Just don't know. Don't know. Oh well. Gotta start somewhere. Gotta start somewhere. That's nice. Hello. Thanks for the like. Are you what? Are you trans? No, but it's okay if you thought I was. Why do I do lives? Here's why. Because it's a convenient way to record the entire drawing of this thing without saving it all on a hard drive. Because YouTube will just automatically save it. Plus, it gets me exposure. I don't expect people to really watch as like entertainment, but it's like some people will stumble across my channel for like a few seconds, and the way I see it is like getting any attention. It's like building a foundation for perhaps future success. Because I still look at the channel as like just starting out, even though it's old. I made it back in 2014, but I still view it as just like a channel that hasn't really started yet. I just see it as like I'm setting up a foundation still for um, hopefully a good record, a good channel, but you know. I do have plans for the channel. I don't want it to just be like just these occasional drawing streams. I know they're pretty boring. But But eventually, I'm going to compile all of these streams into one giant time lapse, and also other video content planned, and uh, just see where it goes. There's potential. Like I said, I don't. I still view it as like the early stages. How long I've been drawing for? Um, I mean, like, I don't know what you. I mean, I've drawn my entire life. My earliest memories drawing were like drawing on the wall as like a little kid, and I'm talking like before school age. So I don't know how young that would be, but some of my earliest memories drawing would be like crayon and like pen just on the wall. So that's something I did way back when, but um, I don't have any formal training or anything like that. Like, so why not start tattooing? Tattooing is a completely different art form. Like what I'm doing here is my attempt at, I guess you could say, art in the more traditional, well, format, because it's not digital art. It's like, it's like where like it's on a board. It's on like a display. It's like the piece is something to be looked at in itself. Whereas tattooing is, it's more like, well, I don't think I'd be very good at it because it's not the same as drawing. Um, I, um, I've using a tattoo gun or whatever, but also it's just I don't think I'd be good at that. Honestly, it's a different art form. Um, so yeah. I actually did try it once in a way because I've walked into some tattoo shops years ago and talked to some people to find out, because this was like in my early 20s, because I'm 31 now. But for a short while, I did think about trying that. But when I talked to some people, it's like you gotta have like an apprenticeship where it's like someone, is actually teaching you how to do all the work for a while, and you get your license and stuff like that. But it's like um, it's something, for what I found, it's like you actually have to pay the tattoo artists. It's like, they're not gonna teach someone for free, and I just never found it to be something I would naturally do. Um, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's part of. I think it's a social thing too, because it's like, like being a tattoo artist. It's kind of like being a bartender. It's like a situation where you're going to be constantly interacting with people when they show up, and you got to have good social skills, and it's not just the work itself. You got it's a very social job, and I don't think that I'm very, because I have like mild autism, what might call Asperger's, and but it's not that bad. It's just like I don't think I would be very good with that. That's why I guess I was kind of scared to really try fully, and also didn't want to spend the money. And it's just you got to build rapport with someone, and like it's just something I never really was brave enough to really get invested in. But I have thought about it, but it's not really something I even want to do, because like I say, I'm just drawn to a different medium right now. Maybe it will change in the future. I originally thought I'd be like doing sorry, I'll stop talking about myself. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. See, this is what happens. I get all rambly and I'm not even paying attention. Um like I said, when I was younger, I thought I'd be like doing like video game graphics, and then I never learned how to do any of the programs like for 3D graphics or anything like that. I never learned any of that. It's just maybe I should have. I didn't When I got out of college. Excuse me, I never went to college. When I got out of high school, I didn't go to college, and I didn't. develop any skilled trade, and that's kind of how I ended up where I'm at. Um, but I'll stop talking because I don't like seeing that number, so or whatever. So I'm sorry. See what happens. That's better. Whew. Okay, go back to my comfort zone of just drawing water. But yeah, like I said, I do respect tattoo artists. It's just like I said, I just don't think it's for me. Oh no, what am I doing now? We'll find out. There's things I'll work on when I'm not doing a public live stream that are just like more boring, like just touching up on like mud and stuff like that. But when it's like there's any viewers at all, I kind of feel some amount of pressure to do something more interesting, like make sweeping changes or add something that wasn't there at all instead of just touching up areas, which is kind of boring to see. But it's like, I don't know. Does it really matter? I mean, no one. I don't think it. I don't think it does most of the time. Maybe sometimes it does. I don't know. I'm still looking for a second job right now. Because honestly, I don't make enough money, and I'm really falling behind. And they keep hounding me about paying back a late rent because I'm like really behind. So, and other things. Like I'm over. I owe over $1,000. It's like 1,400, something like that is what I owe right now. And I've gotten eviction notices, but they never enforce it. I always just talk to the whatever. Trying to make this look like a pile of mud, kind of like clumped up, you know. That is so awesome. Thanks. Making the eyes look more saturated. Should really do that up here too. These squid things. Hello. It's kind of a mixture of real creatures and just made up slop. Hello. All right. See. How long have I been working on this piece? I'm sorry, I just noticed that comment. Since March, the middle of March of last year. So it's pretty long. Though I didn't work. It's not like I've been working on it every day. There's been plenty of days where I didn't. Uh, you know, sorry. I don't work that hard. Honestly, there's so much. I'm actually probably a very lazy person. I do not work. Uh, like I'll work very hard, but in short bursts sometimes. But most of the time, I don't put that much um, burden on myself. I mean, there have been times in my life where I have really pushed myself, and I'm just constantly doing something, but that's pretty rare. Like I said, it's usually in short bursts, and then it just goes back to me taking it easy, and that's kind of how I've been living. And maybe, you know, I don't know, whatever. I don't even know what that thing is. Some abstract slop. Like I say, I that's what just happens. Just make stuff up, and then you know. What I like about abstract work is that, first of all, it doesn't take as much effort because you're not having to get any proportions right. You're not depicting anything. So it just frees you up to just like completely just focusing on just like colors and shapes and the shades and like proportions and just like the vibe of what looks kind of appealing. But then it doesn't have any discipline of structure or anything like that. And sometimes it's a good thing for expression to be abstract, but other times it's just kind of like a way of hiding into uh, kind of like a effortless slop, like slothy, sloppy, just not actually good. But it's kind of hard with abstract stuff because some there's definitely a difference between like stuff with abstract stuff that's done with a lot of motivation and intent and stuff that's just not done well. And even though it's not depicting anything, you can still tell when something abstract is done well and something abstract is done poorly. And it's really hard to say because you can't really put it in words because it's not depicting anything, but you can look at abstract work even though it's not depicting anything, and you can kind of just get a feeling that there was more or less effort put into something. And you know um so yeah, so I don't consider this thing very good, but I do think, for example, maybe that's a bit better example, or something like that, not really depicting anything specific. I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. it you know Very impressive. Okay, thanks. um uh okay. I already feel like I'm getting lazy right now, though, and it's mostly because I just don't exactly know what to be working on in particular. I don't know. And whenever it feels like that, I just kind of retreat to just catching up on old things, which is boring, but it's like it's the easiest thing to do. So yeah, yeah, I agree. Pretty much. I appreciate the attention because it's like I don't really think that you know Hello, hello. Let's see. I don't know where these, so one on the ground? Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, I'm just gonna be drawing some mud right now. Kind of boring, but okay. I liked and subscribed to YouTube channel. Thanks. Don't expect any interesting content right away though. Like I it's just kind of starting out yet. Struggle with realism. There's actually something I forget what it's called, but I was thinking about getting on. There's like this glass um reflection thing that you can like hold up to like any image or whatever, and it will allow you to essentially trace what you're looking at. I don't remember what it's called. Um, that can help for sure. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I have to do something more interesting than this though, because it's like if I'm getting any attention, it's just like I say, like I almost don't want attention sometimes because it's like I don't know. But this is a public live stream. I've done some private ones, and then I can just whatever. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I'll stop. I'll stop. I don't know. I was figuring to put like some other like creatures here, like a bunch of like smaller creatures around here. I don't know what they'd all be like. There's like some things. You can always start with pencil and just see what happens. I mean, there's a lot of time where it just starts as a doodle and then it becomes something that's has some form. It's kind of hard to describe where someone um, bubbles. I don't know. I'm just scribbling until I see shapes that look interesting to make into something. It's just that's kind of how it goes a lot of the time. I don't know why. I don't know. I'll stop. I'll stop. This is dumb. I'll stop. I'm sorry. I'll stop. It's kind of how it goes. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 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 I'm sorry. Like I say, I think I'm just getting full of myself at this point. It's dumb. Occasionally, just doodling scribbles does amount to something though. It really does, but I don't know. I just not always. It's just whatever. Sometimes something just comes about, and I don't know why. Like this head thing buried in the mud. It kind of looks like a platypus. I don't know why it ended up being there. I can't remember, but it just you know. Sometimes it just happens by complete accident, and then it's like, oh, that looks nice, and then I just make it more detailed, and then it's just like whatever. Uh, I don't know. So whatever. And if I really wanted to just something lower pressure, like there was this that I was drawing earlier, where it just kind of started as like doodling like something, and then it became like some ugly creature thing, and I just kept doodling more, and then other things just kind of happened. Sometimes it became kind of grotesquely interesting, like this. Um, but then other times it's just like whatever. I don't know. I don't know where it comes from. It's just more. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Like I say, like I do have a comfort zone, and that's basically just doodling rocks, doodling water, because these things don't have any real whatever forms. It's just rocks are just like the probably the easiest thing to draw because it's just you know, but whatever. I could describe where some of the things came from, um, like why this ice creamish pile thing is here, why this thing's puking it, why this is actually his hand, and I can describe where some of these ideas came from. Um, but I don't know if I don't know. Um, I don't know if it's a good idea to do that. The manatee is a reference to a certain individual. Um, the baby is actually a found object. Um, the turtle is because of something. This is a childhood experience. This is from an interaction with someone. Um, the arms came from me reflecting on what the interaction with that person was. Um, let's see. The pronghorn is here simply because that you do see them around where I live, and I just thought it was a cool animal to put there because it's kind of like a staple of the just locationally where I'm at. Like you'll see them just walking through town, like in like September. There's like it's kind of interesting. Um, what other things can I describe? I guess the worms and stuff came from an older drawing I made years back. And it's just kind of when I feel this like this internal disgust, and it's just like this like when you're just like you just feel gross on the inside, and it's like that's where the worms and stuff come from. Um, and I guess you could say like the explosions like, reference maybe to current events, maybe I don't know, but it's not. None of it actually means anything like intentionally. It's not like there's symbolism. It's more like it's just more like there's just like a vibe of what's going on at the time, and I just kind of place it down, and then it doesn't. But it's not like it's not symbolic. It's not. It's like oh that means that, and it can only mean that. It's not like that at all. It's just like whatever you interpret when you see it. It's like it's fine. I'm not. It's not. Like it's just a collage. It doesn't. You know. Um, I think some of the time I do intentionally put like a symbolic thought into something, but I actually don't think that's the best approach a lot of the time. I think it's just better just to just try to think less about like what logically makes sense and just like just how it feels. I don't know. I don't know what I'm describing. I'm sorry. I don't know. The clown head, and I'm telling you, I used to draw evil clowns when I was a little kid. Like we're talking like the mid 2000s, like 2007, around that time. I guess that'd be whatever. That's just the way I drew them. I guess the eyes were because of Sonic. Like I decided to make the eyes look like Sonic's eyes. Um, I could show an older drawing of what I'm talking about, but whatever. Um, oh, here's an interesting thing. I might as well show this because I'm just whatever. It could just be content slob. Maybe I shouldn't show, but I still have those all the drawings from that Eggman Eats Sonic video. So I have that entire stack of papers back there. I could show that. I've shown them before, but um, yeah, I'll go get them. Why not? I could show that. So here it is. Eggman Eats Sonic from 2014. So I started drawing I got the idea, as I remember, in September 2014, and rolling rolling these. I've shown this before though. Um, it's basically the only video on my channel that put this channel on the map at all. That's basically where all my subscribers came from, just the one video, and it's like kind of strange because none of the other things on the channel has anything to do with that. Um, I don't know why. It is interesting just to show this shit because it is the most notable thing I've ever made in terms of like just exposure. But like basically, it's like it's numbered for the frames and stuff. I scanned them, and then I just colored them in MS Paint. There's like a few edits I did in Photoshop, but it was mostly just done in MS Paint. And then I use Adobe Premiere now, and actually I'm not using Adobe Premiere at all because I basically just edit videos on my phone right now because my laptop isn't working. But back then I used Sony Vegas, so that's what it was edited on. And I was going to make a video about that for the longest time. I started working on it in 2022, and then it just turned into this huge project that I kept working on in 2023, and then it just carried on, and I never finished it. And actually, the hard drive that I was making the video on, I dropped it one day, and it basically broke. I can't get anything off of this hard drive right now. It's going to cost money too, if it even can. And I'm really hoping, because there's a lot of stuff on here that I can't get back that I worked so hard on. And the idea of just losing all that, just, you know, I hope that's not the case. I think it might just be a matter of spending the money to get the stuff off. So yeah, there's Sonic being shot. So yeah, I used to, like, I'd say like around like 2007, 2008. That's probably when I liked Sonic the most. That's when I was most into Sonic as a franchise games. I'd liked basically the Dreamcast games, SA1, SA2, like Sonic 3 Knuckles on the Genesis. That's the best one. And then Unleashed, and that was pretty much around the time I stopped, you know, whatever. I'm just showing proof of that estate at this point. There's not that many things. There's the mech he was carrying, and then as you can see, I don't know what ponytail there is that. Honestly, you see the video. I'm not going to count the number of pages. I don't know how many there are. There's a lot. As you can see, there's a folder. There's a folder. So I'll stop. This is getting crazy. At some point, I'll explain the making of it better than what I'm doing now, because this is just a live stream. But it's worth showing. I don't know. It's worth showing. I don't know how much more. And honestly, I don't even know what this video means. Like, people always ask me why I made it. That's probably the most common question I get. And honestly, I don't actually fully understand it myself. And I think it's better that way because I say it was just frustration. But it's like, where did that idea come from? What's it mean? I don't really know. It is a little disturbing on some level, but at some point everyone's gonna be forever like little kids or whatever. But it's like at some point you're gonna have to grow up. I mean, there's just gonna be shit you're exposed to, and it's really not that disturbing. It really isn't. Um. All right. But then again, I don't know. I guess the reason I'm talking so much on this stream is because I'm feeling a bit anxious because I'm hoping to get more exposure pretty soon in a way that I've never really done, and I would like there to be some stream to point to that says you can kind of get an idea of who I am just by looking at this kind of in a way. I don't know. Um, maybe that's a. I don't know. I'm sorry. All right, all right. Okay, okay. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. Wow, Mish Maisie. All right. All right. Well, I guess I'll just do something very simple. I'll just touch up on the manatee. I think that's a pretty cozy, simple thing to do. Manatee. I don't know what needs to be done. Oh. Okay. Maybe I should stop. I don't know. I don't know who I'm. Oh, this is amazing. Thanks. All right. So the stream cut out because my phone ran out of battery. Uh, so. Oh, sorry, I don't like to show my room. I don't like to show it. Hello. All right. All right. So I'll just whatever. Let's see. I'm sorry. I could. It's 1 in the morning. Okay. There's. I actually go to work at 8, but I'm awake. I drank an energy drink, so. Oh boy. Well, what am I doing now? Something again, I don't know. It's interesting. Very flawed. Sorry. Hmm. Do think I'm getting a bit more comfortable trying to get more used to this. Some people get on camera all the time and it doesn't bother them, but for me, it's like talking directly at a camera where it's like, yeah, it feels strange. I'm trying to get more used to this because eventually I do want to record, um, content where I'm actually, you know, on camera at some point a little bit. But right now, it's like I can only handle just a brief moments. uh, okay. So I'm sorry. I talk about myself. Oof, I don't know. There's not. You need to talk to other people more, a lot more. I don't know. Something. I don't know. I'm not trying to talk about anything serious. What's the point? Uh, I can do that. Sorry. I don't know. Maybe I could end the stream now. It's not been an hour yet. I usually try to go for 1 hour. What should I work on? I feel confused again. I don't know what to work on. 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 Maybe I could end the stream now. See, the good thing about doing a long stream is that um, if there are any awkward moments, it obscures them, so it would be hard for anyone to find. Plus, when the stream goes on longer, it gets a higher view count. So you get the larger view count plus any awkward moments are obscured and harder to find. So that's why I like to keep streaming even if I'm not doing anything, because if the duration's longer, higher view count, awkward moments are harder to find, and I think that's a win-win. But if you want to leave, that's fine. If you don't feel like watching this, because I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm just like going back to doodling mud because it's like I don't have any good ideas right now. You know. Yeah. I wonder if people watching affect how you intuitively draw. That would be awesome magic. Um, well, everything does, really. Uh, but I don't know. I think that whatever whatever works out well. I know it's not me. It's like I didn't, you know, if you know what I mean. Other people are here. Um, all right. Whoa. I don't know what that is. Scroll up. Battery ran out again. And it's actually at 0% right now, so I just have the phone on the floor. I don't want to move the cord because it's kind of having a hard time charging. So it's like if you know, it's like the piece on the inside where it's like the charging thing, where it's like if it gets moved a little bit, sometimes it stops charging. So it still charges fully. It's not the battery. It's like the little component thing that very well, but it still charges. I just have to be careful not to move the phone. So I'm just gonna let it sit here for a little bit. I wasn't doing anything that interesting, I don't think, anyways. It's just, I don't know. I do kind of worry because it's like I know on the inside there's something corrupt about my interest in getting attention. Because it's like, why would I want attention? It's like, why would I want attention? It's like, why would you want people to notice you? I mean, why would you want fame or why would you want attention? Why would you want people to look at you? And it's like, I think it's a mixture of motives, but there's definitely something always suspicious about like what am I actually doing? It's like there's something there is an I don't think it's totally bad, but there is a corrupt element to wanting attention. Um, and I just like I know it's true. Like I don't think that I'm like some pure angel or anything like that. If I want attention, there's some narcissism attached to that to some degree. Um, so just trying to be self-aware or just open about that. But at the same time, it's like if you're good at something like art, the whole point is to get attention for what you're making. Otherwise, it will just be completely hidden from the world, and then what's the point of even making anything if only you see it? So it's like, on some level, just the very nature of being an artist or wanting to make something creatively expressive, that's the whole point, expression. Or so it's like it requires attention. So that the necessity of that is pure, but like the want for like this vain sort of, oh, I'm special or this is interesting about me or whatever, that is where the toxic kind of element comes in. And you know it's just kind of like whatever. I'm just saying. But anyways, I don't want to overstate my talent because obviously there's people that are way, 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 way more talented. It's just, on some level, it's like you gotta be humble in that you realize that you're not that unique, you know. But on the other hand, it's like it's also just a statement of just observation that like most people aren't, have that most people can't draw or whatever that well. So it's like that, whatever. I'm just saying. I'm just like it's kind of what's going on. So I don't know. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. I could end the stream right now. It's just it says it's been over an hour. I think the reason it says under an hour is because it cut off before and then it cut off again, and that changes the minute count. Because when the stream, I actually end the stream, it's gonna process the whole thing, and it's gonna say longer than an hour at this point. So I could probably end it now. I don't know if this is the best place to end it, or just to keep working on something. I don't know. Anyhow. I think it comes from you and we are just viewers. I just noticed that comment. No, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. No, it's just, I what was I gonna say? I don't want to do false. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Please. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to read. I just read a comment. This is all. I just read a comment. That anything good, it's not me. It's yeah. First of all, everyone is completely equal in terms of value and worth. And then any qualities people have is just gifts, and they don't. It's not actually from them, and it's like you know. So I believe that to be. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. Like I say, it's like you can't you can't do the humble thing deliberately. Like I've said that before. If you try to be humble, you're not being humble. It's just an automatic thing. So if you try to be humble, then you're actually not being humble. It's kind of weird how that works. I'm sorry. Um, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Uh, what matters is how good of a person you are. Is the point, and that's the only thing. Like how good of a person you are in terms of like altruism, love. Uh, you know, that's all that actually matters. I'll stop. Okay. Thanks for watching. 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 I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. Please, 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 please. I don't like the number. I don't like the number. How we all. You'll see. You'll see. All right. I'll end the stream. I'll end the stream. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll end the stream. Good night.